nasty people like, they got the feet at that place, right? Like we gotta go see the feet. Like I'm not looking for that. I'm just saying it's going to be a nice place that has its draws, but also like Hooters, it's just gonna have some feet there for you as well.
Maybe
and some feet-like things around.
Take you in the back, rub their feet on your face or something for an extra $25.
There's just a lot of absolute nonsense.
Crazy number. 33 trapped in the closets for 30 years. Welcome to the Any Last Words pod. My name is Keon, aka Almighty the DJ.
And I am Earl Lonnie Hooks. A very, very special thanks to everybody that will be joining us today on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, as well as YouTube. And please do not forget to follow us at ALW Pod on Instagram. The God in me honors the God in each and every one of you. Another OG pod. This is probably is this like the third in a row?
I think so.
Second or third in a row?
Yeah.
They don't come around this often anymore.
You think so?
I usually have it, yeah. Every once in a while we'll have four, like three or four
nice
in a row. Yeah, exactly. And then,
well, as far as them being 10 in a row, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened.
There was one time where it was 67 in a row.
Yeah.
Where it was just you and I. That was a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to put a percentage on it,
yeah,
I'd say I've been here for at least 85% of the pods.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I guess so. All right, so there are two things that just little fun facts.
All right.
Firstly, we're talking off air about the suit jackets.
Yeah.
And so I learned something about them because in my observations, as well as someone telling me, when you have a suit jacket, I don't know the rules for women. If they're probably a little different.
I'm sure they're different.
And I think that they're different, and I think I may know why they're different as well. Because I know why they are the way they are for men. Okay. So suit jackets, you can either have the one button in the middle, or sometimes they'll make them the two, which is some of the ones you saw that I had, and then they'll have the cross or the double-breasted ones that fold over like I showed you as well. Mm-hmm. Either way, no matter how many buttons there are, it is unfashionable in the suit world to have all the buttons buttoned. Mm-hmm. The bottom button should never be buttoned. So if you have a one button piece, then you button that button. If you have a two, then you button the top and you leave the bottom one unbuttoned. If you have a three or however many buttons there are, the very first one, if you have three buttons, is optional. The second button needs to be buttoned. And these are when you're standing up. If you're sitting down, then they can all be unbuttoned. They're all supposed to be unbuttoned.
That's funny because now that I think about it, a lot of times when I'm watching TV or watching a movie, you'll see someone stand up and immediately
button exactly.
Okay.
So when you're seated to give you leeway, so you can sit and move around, right, and then so you're not constrained. And then when you get up, you button it back. But again, only the center one and the top one, if you have three, is optional, but never the bottom one.
Interesting.
Now, I was always wondering, why the fuck do they make these suit jackets with two buttons, right? But you're not supposed to button. Why would they even make them like that, fit like that? Or why would they? I don't understand. Why is this in the culture? So I had to look this up after someone saw me wearing like a peasant, two buttons buttoned.
Well, that's what I would do. I just feel like it's very
put together.
Clean,
it's put together,
nice and tucked,
right. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's cool. I thought so too. I was well, that seems cool, but so this is the history. Back in old English days when motherfuckers was riding horses, chasing fox and all that sort of shit. This is what they did.
Does this have anything to do with guns?
No. Aside from the fact that they probably owned a lot of guns.
Because I'm just thinking it makes it easier to just pull out a pistol for a duel or something. No. I don't know.
It makes it easier to ride horses. To get they wore jackets to ride horses, they're riding jackets,
yeah, polo,
yeah, riding jackets. So when you put those on, you unbutton the last button so that it flaps around your waist, so that you can continue to ride but still be clean because you have the rest of it buttoned.
And that just transcended to
well, first it transcended to the difference between a commoner and someone of the aristocracy because a commoner is going to have all their jackets or all the buttons buttoned up. Because they don't ride horses. They don't ride. Like they don't ride with the elite. So what's to stop a
commoner from just doing one button? Like,
no, I mean you could, but they wouldn't normally be doing it because they don't ride.
Okay.
So like they wouldn't even know to just be not using that button.
Right.
So it became something where the common people buttons these, but the uncommon people, the elites, leave that one undone because they ride. They have horses. They get on horses. They ride.
Interesting.
Right. Exactly. So that just kind of like trickled down into now just the way that they cut them is so that that second button doesn't really serve a purpose. Like, I mean, you can button it, but it's really just to be able to be moved to the side like a curtain around your waist.
Don't want to be a peasant.
Yeah. So I thought that was funny. And then two, this is left field, has nothing to do with any of that at all. When you think of movies that have had like longevity in their sequence, in their not even trilogy, but just continuation of movies. What is that? A series of movies. What movies do you think of being the biggest, or maybe have gotten the furthest in a series? Because you have to think, okay, like Star Wars.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Right. Like I don't even know how many of those movies there are.
I don't either, but there's a good amount of them.
Right. Could you is it?
I want to say maybe
more than 10.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, you have the first three.
There's branches. And
that's what I'm talking about.
Other things.
Yeah, I don't mean the George Lucas originals and the few that came after that had to do with those old ones. I'm talking about every Star Wars film that is.
Oh yeah, definitely more than 10.
Okay, yeah. And in about 20. Maybe.
Don't give me the line. I don't know, but I would say more than 10. I don't know about 20 though.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna look up that information, but I am gonna look up some information though. Who is this on? Is there any others that come to your mind?
Does it have to be like in sequence, or can it just be something that's been remade several times throughout history?
Well, see, just even if you do that, like a Terminator or something?
Yeah, or like Halloween or some shit like that.
Okay, these are big movies and they do Halloween. How many of those now? That's Michael Myers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still chasing after that guy.
Okay. They got a new trailer dropping for the next one on like July 20th. I was reading that as I was
I'm going to keep watching them too. I mean, if that's not difficult for me to get to. All right. This is the point I'm getting to, is we forget about one. This just came up in a weird conversation that I was having with Duty a while ago. Air Bud. I don't think that you know how many of those they came out with.
I don't. I guess I don't.
And what's also crazy is the amount of things that came out with something is, I didn't know that there were 33 Trapped in the Closets by R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, I didn't know the exact number, but there are a lot of them.
Yeah, Tootie looked them up before this. He was like, "Yo, there's 33 of these." I'm like, "Yo," he was putting up crazy. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that anymore. He's putting up crazy numbers.
33 trapped in the closets for 30 years. He gonna be trapped in the closet. An iron closet.
For every one of them tracks he put out, he got another year. Damn, that's crazy. All right, let me listen to this, bro. So you had Air Bud, and for anyone that didn't know, all right, let's go to this Wikipedia. Air Bud film series is an American film franchise based on a sports playing golden retriever named Buddy, portrayed by Air
so
Buddy.
Cliche. So cliche. Golden retriever, the name, all of it.
And do you remember like the movies?
Yeah, I remember the little golden retriever hitting the basketball with his nose, hitting it, nigga shooting from half court and shit. I definitely remember it.
First of all, the shit that they got over on us and we loved as children is crazy. Because I don't remember disliking the movie when I was a child.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. So first of all, he's playing basketball. So you have Air Bud. This was 1997. We move on. We have Air Bud Golden Receiver.
I mean, I can't hate on that.
All right.
It's a nice title.
1998. So this was so they made so much money. They got so much hype. They was like, yo, we got to make another one. Air Bud got to come back. So he came back the following year with Air Bud Golden Retriever playing football now. So now he's got the ball in his mouth and he's running down the field and he's juking people and he's playing football. All right. Then there's Air Bud 3 that came out in 2000. And I think, he's playing soccer. All right, so then he's playing soccer in 2000. And then there's Air Bud that comes out in 2002, and that's called Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch.
Was that baseball?
So he's playing baseball.
Yo, come on, man.
Hold on a second. We're not done. We got 2003, the year after that, Air Bud Spikes Back.
Volleyball?
Come
on, man.
Hold on. 2006, we have Air Buddies, where I believe they have children. He probably finds some other dog in one of these other ones, and now he got children.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess they kind of got a spin of their own now, because now they got to grow up. So now in 2008, we got Snow Bunnies, where they out there in the snow doing like X Games shit.
It's called Snow Bunnies.
I'm sorry, Snow Buddies.
Oh, I was like, that's different.
That makes a big difference. Okay, so we have Air Buddies, Snow Buddies. 2009, the year after that, graduation year for me. Whoop whoop. Space Buddies. Now these niggas are going into space, so they got astronauts. Listen,
I mean, so what's beyond that? Like, come on.
Well, 2009 also, so they dropped 2 in 2009. Santa Buddies. So they had to hit you with a Christmas one real quick. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of little dogs. It's Christmas
Is this
time.
like a Disney production? Who makes these?
Yeah, I believe that this is Disney. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, Walt Disney Studios, Home Entertainment.
Okay.
Then 2011, you got Spooky Buddies. So now they on some.
They ain't even on sports.
They on some. But look, this. But look, this is the same shit.
It's Turkey Buddies.
But look, this is
like.
But this is the same thing as the Fast and Furious. Like after
that's a good one too.
Yeah, like after like the fourth episode or the fourst series set in the series, the shit was not about racing cars anymore. The niggas like became a part of the CIA.
They were stuntmen.
Yeah, they were stuntmen. They were legitimate like secret ops workers.
No, I'll never forget. I don't know which one it was. I'll never forget. This nigga Vin Diesel. He like collided. He was on the hood of a car. Collided with another car, launched himself in the air over, like, so it's like a bridge and it's like two sides to the bridge going in opposite directions. Launched himself over the whole, like the middle of the bridge, landed on the windshield of another car and caught the girlfriend.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yes, I saw that scene.
Like these niggas.
Well, yeah. At some point, they knew that they had gotten ridiculous,
and I think hit the windshield, and it didn't break.
Right.
It just caved in
just
a
like
bit.
Kind of like
it just took the impact.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah. Again, at a certain point, they realized that they were just doing bullshit. Actually, in the latest one that my brother showed me, they went into space. Like they took one of their cars and they modified it and put like some rocket boosters on it and stuff like that.
Ludacris did that?
I think yes. Yeah, Ludacris
like
was in the car.
He's like the tech guy in that group.
Exactly. And they drove the car out of our atmosphere into space.
How do you beat that? What's next?
But like that's what I'm saying. It's just like, because you start making money at a certain point, it's not about the integrity of it's.
Oh, hell no.
Plus, I mean, integrity of what? It started out with the golden retriever playing basketball. So what are we really talking about? After Spooky Buddies in 2012, we got Treasure Buddies. So now the niggas is, I see a camel on the front of this thing. So they're going and finding treasure, probably in the sands somewhere. And then after that, in 2013, we have Super Buddies. And so now that they look like superheroes, but they golden retrievers.
Can I see?
Yeah. You want to just look at that whole lineup right there?
Let me take a look at this.
Yeah, it's It's crazy, man. Certain things just kind of like go past our radar, and we don't understand just how great something truly was.
I mean, I guess, what, did they run out of ideas?
And I'm sorry to have to bring up this R. Kelly trapped in the closet thing, as I do the same thing, but it's just like sometimes some shit goes and it's like, yo, like they were cooking up. Like they were really,
Hell yeah.
like they were really getting some shit out the way. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's a lot of work done, man.
Yeah, so how many movies was that? About 10, 11?
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't know. I didn't just count.
I wonder why they stopped.
That's a good idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you watching these days?
Oh, man. What am I watching? I don't know that I'm watching anything significant right now. I just got off.
What do you mean
of,
significant?
like I'm watching a lot of the same stuff that I usually watch. You know what I'm saying?
Like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers, that type of shit. I mean, I don't know. I've been to the movies a lot recently. I went and saw Jurassic World a couple days ago. I saw the Bob's Burgers movie before that. But I don't know that I'm really watching anything significant on TV, like any series or, I'm waiting for The Last of Us to come out. I'm not not watching stuff, waiting for that to come out. I'm just not watching anything, too closely at the moment, I guess.
One thing I'll speak about, which is a show that you do or did watch. But before that, the show that Mikey was talking about on here,
the one with the kids?
Old Enough.
I watched the first
Netflix.
episode last night.
Okay, I've watched probably 6 or 7 episodes of that show. How did you feel about the show? And again, for context, for people that don't know what we're talking about, it's a Japanese show, and it's a bunch of fucking little kids that are extremely precocious. That means they are beyond their years in ways of understanding geography of their town and the people that work in some of these shops nearby. And I mean, just the level of autonomy that they have over themselves is kind of crazy. But I imagine that as soon as they can walk, they're walking around with their parents on these errands, doing these things. And then by the age of 2-3 years old, they're being sent on these missions to go get some milk from this place, go get daddy's apron from over here, and then get the watch on the way back home and bring it home to mom. Like, these are real things, and they got to walk through these towns and speak to people and get things done.
Yeah.
It's insane to watch, but it's shit's real. And you have the whole support of clearly the whole studio crew running behind them with the cameras and all that. Yeah. And just the support of what seems to be just the city,
right?
The town or whatever. Like people are there cheering them on. And
so I watched the first episode last night, and first of all, I didn't realize there was going to be such a comedic element to the show.
Oh, right.
So that took me by surprise. And I was like, okay, I like that. I like that. Bunch of cute ass kids.
Super adorable. Adorable.
I think the best part of it is like when the kid was coming back from the supermarket and he finally used his flag to cross the street.
Yes.
And he had the flag out there. And I was like, yo, that's just so fucking cool.
For sure. For sure. Like listening to your parents when they're not there.
Right.
Just knowing that this is a thing about safety. I have to put this flag out here to let anyone know. Yeah. Yeah. Like they're really good.
Like he got in the grocery store and just like took off, just started running. Like he just knew exactly what he was looking for. And like, like the fucking, the baskets, the stack of baskets was like pretty much as tall as him. So he couldn't quite get one out. Yeah. And the lady had to rush over like, oh, you need a basket. Yeah. And like it's cool. I like it.
It's really, really cool. And I think it can open your mind up to different ways of raising your children. Maybe you're not going to send them, down the street and, to go talk to some people because maybe that's not the vibe where you live at.
The show said that the supermarket was like a kilometer away and he's crossing busy roads. Yeah. Like I would be very fearful to do something like that.
Right. Well, again, I don't know how often these people are doing that when there's not a whole camera crew like running around with the kid. But also maybe why not? Because the kid can do it. So it seems like this is something that the child can do. Sometimes it's their first, they're catching a child have their very first mission. But some of the times it's not. It's just particular this mission of go get the fish and then go put daddy's chef hat at the laundromat and then come back home. But either way, like they're doing it.
The whole time I was wondering, I'm like, do the kids actually know where they're going? Are they being assisted by the camera crew? Are, you know, they, hey, no, go this way, this way. You know what I'm saying? Or do they actually know where they're going? Mm-hmm. I was questioning that the whole episode.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. I'm certain that and every once in a while they'll tell you that there's a little bit of assistance here and there.
Okay.
Like they'll tell you that.
Right.
But even though it's still so impressive.
Yeah, no, it is.
And
I would say so.
And I think that's so fucking awesome. I think that that's such a cool way of raising children.
Yeah.
If you can do it.
Yeah.
Like that. Again, if you don't feel like the place is too dangerous, like you just like, I can't just have my baby.
You ain't worried about the cars, you worried about the people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's different.
But
if you can and you can just have, because think about that from the perspective of this child walking through the streets. Everyone interacts with this child.
Yeah. You
start to get to know people and get to trust them through, you know, them making sure you get the right change back when you're purchasing things. Like it's
a lot of cultures or just places outside of America, you know what I'm saying? They're more family oriented, even if that's not your immediate family. Like it's literally, it takes a village. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's literally
some villages embrace that a whole lot better than others.
Yeah.
Right. And when I say villages embracing it more over other villages, I'm talking about us as towns and cities. Like, I mean, just village in that figurative sense.
Yeah. Because, you know, there's a lot of small towns in America where, you know, you could kind of get some of the same feeling. Mm-hmm. Those places where, you know, people, they don't lock their front doors. Like, we don't need to do that.
Yeah. I've said it and I'll say it again, man. Bowling Green, Kentucky. It was such a fucking nice place, man. I didn't run in. I just didn't get weird vibes from anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone just seemed so fucking nice. And again, when politics was just the fucking worst, or at least, you know, I was just paying attention to it. It could be the worst right now. Who knows? But when it seemed like Trump was still in office. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Like he was still in office. So there was still like a ton of just heightened hostility, a lot of weird shit going on.
Going to a place like Kentucky, not sure what you're going to get.
Exactly. And I get there, and then I started hearing from Mikey that you got all these sundown towns popping up in different places, right? So I don't know what it is.
Was he texting you that stuff while you were there?
No, it wasn't. That came much later. But still, just looking back on it with that information that, you know, there are sundown towns there, but they have them here in Virginia too. It's like, it's whatever. And a lot of them, by the way, are not towns where you just go and they see you and they hang you immediately. It just means that those are a lot of places where some black people don't feel comfortable.
Right.
Where they get an eerie feeling about that place. And it's just like, nah, just don't spend too much time over there.
Yeah.
Like that's a version of a sundown town. It doesn't have to be a place that has a sign that says, nigga, no.
Nigga, no.
Yeah. Like,
did you watch Lovecraft Country?
No, I never watched it.
Man, you gotta watch that. In the first episode, there's a sundown town. I think like the first or the second, there's a sundown town, and that's all. Like that's what whenever someone says sundown town, that's the first thing I think about is Lovecraft Country. Okay, but you got to watch that.
Well, I know I'm not gonna say I'm certain I'll get around to it because I was about to lie, but
You're not making me any promises.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I should really say that.
Well, let me ask you this because I know you watched this. We didn't get to talk more about Love, Death, and Robots.
All right. And that's the other one that I was going to bring up. Okay. So let's put a bookmark in that. Still, I just want to finish up this point of politics being at its height and hostility. And me being there, I thought that it was wild. Now we're in the DC area. So politics could be just heavier here.
I feel like it is. I feel like it definitely is.
Especially when you have things like the Capitol riots like happening right there. Like it seems like home. So
if
maybe
a nuclear bomb hit DC right now, we would feel the effects.
Right. And
I think about that more
than you should.
More than I should.
Yeah. Clearly. You look like you do. Relax. If it happens, it happens, man.
Well, I'd rather it just take me out. I don't want to
just linger with the effects of it.
This is not Chernobyl.
Like. Walking around looking like Two-Face because that shit only reaches half your body. Oh God. There were just no signs, and coming from a place where they're flags, like everyone's got a flag out in their front yard or on their truck or whatever, and their signs for who they're voting for, or bumper stickers.
Niggas be rapping.
There just wasn't really flags and bumper stickers and stuff out there. It was so clearly everyone had their opinion. Like I'm certain everyone is voting for someone or they're not or whatever, but it just wasn't put on blast. It just wasn't. It didn't seem like it was the first thing that mattered. Right. Nor the second or the third, really. Like it just didn't have that sort of vibe. And I thought that was very valuable, especially at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, just certain places they just generate happiness different than others. It's fucking weird. But Love, Death, and Robots. Yes. That's a dope show. I watched every single episode. Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's a really cool show. What did you think about? Because I think I asked you to watch the episode with the giant.
With the giant that washed the shore and turned into a tourist attraction. A bunch of people went up there and was like drawing graffiti on it,
sliding down the nigga's face,
taking pieces of the damn thing.
They cut the penis off and put it in a circus.
Right. Yeah. Just doing things that human beings would do.
Yeah.
To something that looks just like it, but is just much larger. Whatever. Just you're gonna make a commodity out of it. Like you're gonna find some way to exploit it.
Capitalism.
So you were saying that you felt like that was really deep. I've watched every episode now, so I thought that it was interesting that you went to that episode as far as something deep. I mean, why did you feel like that was deep?
I just felt like that the guy that was like narrating the episode, I felt like he just had a lot of feelings and deep thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? Just the way that people were handling the situation, how they were mutilating the body. And it seemed like he just had a completely different take on this crazy phenomenon that has occurred. And I just thought that it was just really showing two different sides of the story, two different sides of the playing field, where as far as his take on it and how other people are kind of treating it. And I just felt that at least his take on it came from a deeper place of.
Well, yeah, I mean, he started saying there were times when like a little family would be walking past and just be throwing their trash out on the beach or whatever. And he started to say that looking at this decaying body with all these parts missing from it and the graffiti and all this wear and tear, he said it started to humanize it, and he started to see the large giant as much more of a human than the humans around it. And I was like, oh, okay. Like that. I was like, that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely pretty fair.
What do you think of some other episodes that maybe stood out to you?
There were episodes about the big crab that came on aboard the ship.
That joint was crazy.
Of all the sailors.
That joint was crazy.
Because that was deeply moral, right?
Yeah.
Do we do what this huge crab on our boat wants us to do, which it's telling us wants us to take it to its nearest and most populated island so it can go and mutilate everybody on and devour everyone on the island?
Yeah.
Or do we try to fool it and take it on this longer voyage to an island that has nothing on it? Like, do we take that risk? So, you know, them trying to go through that with one another was that was fascinating.
I thought it was interesting at the end when, I'm gonna try not to give this away, but I thought it was interesting at the end when he was like, it wasn't a hard decision. Everyone put an X. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. He was a very calculated man.
Yeah.
No, I love those. They're mostly all really good. There's a few that on that show I just feel like they're really well done animations, but it doesn't do anything for me intellectually. Like, it doesn't make me think about anything, but I'm like, oh, that was pretty cool. But then there's some of them that are just like truly very fucking deep ideas.
Do you remember when Justin? Oh, well, fine.
Well, there it is.
I haven't done that in a long time.
You tried to stop the word after the whole
It's
name.
okay. It's okay, because they know him as something else on here.
Okay.
So,
all right, go for it.
But do you remember when he was telling us about that episode about the yogurt, when the yogurt took over?
No, I don't remember that.
But did you watch that one though, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he was telling us about that like years ago when this show first came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that would make sense as to why I probably didn't watch it, because it was probably, no, I'm just saying, like, it was probably just, it wasn't given by the best salesman. Like, it probably wasn't good. Like, you shouldn't sell me on the yogurt episode.
Okay, I get that.
That's all it is.
I get that.
Like, not to say that was a bad episode, but you shouldn't sell me on the yogurt episode. But I am really enjoying these shows that are just have these 15-minute episodes, you know, that and the Old Enough are both shows like that.
When we were watching Old Enough last night, I was like, oh, these are short. That's different. Okay. Yeah. But no, I don't mind those either as much. Mm-mm. Like they, you know, everything I need to see, like, and especially with Love, Death and Robots, it doesn't need to be longer. Mm-hmm. They give you a great story in that fucking 10 to 15 minutes.
Now, have you watched the Everything Everywhere All at Once yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't. Okay, everyone keeps saying it's the best thing since sliced bread. I've yet to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of interesting ideas in it and very cool fights and comedy. I feel like personally, it just, maybe I need to go back and watch it again, but I do feel like it dragged on at a point because it's pretty long too. And I feel like, all right, like I get the gist of, I get the idea that you guys are like pressing on, or maybe I don't, but I felt like I did. And I just felt like it was like, I still, at that time, I still had like 40 minutes to go. And I was just like, God damn, like, all right, like I kind of, like this has been very cool. Like I get it. Like you're dealing with the multiverse, you know, so shit gets like really interesting and you can do a whole lot when you're thinking about parallel universes and all that. Like it's very cool. But yeah, at a certain point I was just like, all right, man, this is kind of.
Did you only watch Rick and Morty because of me, or did you watch that on your own?
I probably only watched it because of you.
Okay. Because I was about to ask you if you've watched the latest like couple of seasons. But.
Oh, I didn't even know that they were still putting them out. I thought those dudes got canceled.
Oh, no.
Oh, they continue to still make shows.
Yeah, they're on like season 5.
Oh yeah, I got to go back and. Oh yeah, so I got like 2 seasons to watch.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I thought you liked that show.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. Where is that again?
HBO Max.
HBO Max. Okay,
yeah.
Let's see. Who do I know?
No, don't y'all have that?
Why? Because I watched Mayor of Easttown?
Well, that, and I remember you saying that you have it because you don't pay for it.
Oh, well, free trial for the HBO Max, but I can get, because I just wanted to watch one show.
Free trial.
That's the reason why I can't necessarily commit too much into stuff, because I don't know.
I swear y'all had that.
Like if I purchased a game system right now, either I'm going to spend too much time on it because I'm going to enjoy the video games that I play, or I'm not, and it's just going to sit there, and I'm going to be like, why the fuck did I purchase this thing? It's hard for me to find balance sometimes.
I'm about to finish Last of Us Part 2, if you want to run that back.
Jeez Louise, man. That's so funny. Like, you just going to keep playing the same game, huh? I mean,
I play other stuff.
I mean, I played like Resident Evil like 7 times. So never mind.
I'm still trying to beat. I'm Resident Evil 5. I'm about to beat that again with Antoinette.
Sonic the Hedgehog is coming out.
Yeah,
the one that looks like an open world, like the last few Zeldas that have come out.
She was telling me that she might be interested in that game, so we might have to get that.
It looks very, very cool.
That. I put a link in the chat. I don't know, it's probably a couple weeks ago. There was a video game it's only on like PC and Switch right now, but it's supposed to come out on other game systems. It's basically like, you know, like most other games where you, you know, it's kind of like open world. You go around, what do they call it?
Virtual reality?
No. Why can't I think of the word?
First person shooter?
Think of like Apex, that kind of game. Battle Royale. Okay. There we go. Okay. It looks like it's going to be kind of a battle royale game, but what it is, it's like toy figures fighting each other in like what looks like Andy's room on Toy Story, or what looks like like a toy store.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you're running around a toy store,
Right.
fighting other toy figurines.
Oh shit!
And I thought, I was like,
that's awesome.
that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
So I only saw 2 of the places where they fight at. Like I said, one looked like Andy's room from Toy Story, and the other one was, let's say it was the Toy Barn from Toy Story 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yo, that's a cool idea.
Damn.
So it's supposed to be coming out on like PlayStation and Xbox soon, but right now it's on like PC and Switch. I think I'm gonna check it out when it does, when it comes out for PlayStation.
Did I tell you about my genius idea of Chic Feet?
No.
All right, why are you looking at me like that?
Because I just the 2 words that you put together, I just don't know.
All right, like, do you know what chic is?
Like the term chic?
Yeah, chic.
Oh, yeah, like good looking, something along those lines.
Yeah, like sort of like elegant, right? Yeah,
luxurious.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, feet. Chic feet.
Okay.
Are you a feet guy to any degree? Like, do you like feet?
Like
do you like women's feet?
Yeah.
Like when women's feet are well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
You suck on toes.
I would.
Oh, okay.
I mean.
Yeah,
probably
and
more
you wouldn't,
so
and you wouldn't feel weird about doing it at all.
Nah.
Right. Okay. But and you could see a foot where you'd be like, hey, like I would definitely suck that.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going out like that.
If you're gonna take it that far.
Yeah, but if I see a nice pair of feet, I can be like, yo, those are some pretty feet.
Okay. So there can be pretty elegant feet for you.
Right.
I was thinking about a food spot. Right. But wait, what?
Food and feet. I don't know where you're going.
Well, here we go. Hooters. I want to know about all the people that felt like the motherfuckers that was gonna make Hooters. It was just like, what do you mean? You're gonna have a bunch of chicks with like their boobs out, and you're gonna sell wings and beer? Yeah. To us now, that seems like a great idea. But at the time, this dude, whoever the fuck made this, they was probably looking at him like, yeah, that's not going, like, I don't know if that's going to work. But of course it would work. Feet are one of the top 3 fetishes on the planet. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know it, but I believe
top 3 I'm pretty certain. Maybe,
what are the other 2?
Let me look this up.
Ass what do you boobs? I'm assuming. Has to be.
What did you just say?
If titties is not in the top 3, something's wrong. No,
it's probably going to be something more bigger than that. Let's see. Oh, damn. I think I just had. As illustrated in the graph below, the top kinks during this special period in order are virtual sex.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Come on.
Dom/sub. So,
okay.
Right.
Wow.
Orgasm control. Bondage.
So it's not even really about body parts. It's more so.
Yeah, it's just the kind of thing you into. It's just kinks. Anal play.
Okay.
Age play.
What is that?
I don't know. We'll get into that.
Would you pretend to be like 14 when you're 40? Like,
age play. I don't know what that is. We're going to move on. Foot fetish, role play, voyeurism. I figure what that is. Voyeurism. And sadism/masochism. Wanting to see someone else go through some shit and the other person wanting to be the one to go through some shit, like be hurt.
So you just watch people like harm themselves?
Or if you're a sadist, you like to hurt people. Like you like to see pain, but if you're a masochist, you like to receive pain. Like you might
one of them, like one of them whips and chains type of like.
Yeah, but that's what's funny, because if you're a true sadist, you would never want to give pain to a masochist because a masochist wants it.
Right.
So like that's kind of weird.
Right.
Voyeurism, the practice of obtaining sexual gratification by looking at sexual objects or acts, especially secretively.
Okay.
So like peeping Toms type.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And I was going to say, there's an episode of Rick and Morty. I want to say it's in the 4th or 5th season where Rick meets up with these guys who get off on pain, and they get off on like pain and just it's like a high for them. So he brings Jerry, which is the husband,
right,
along with him. Jerry thinks they're just going to hang out, but Rick owes a debt to these people that enjoy pain. So he brings Jerry with him because Jerry's a fucking idiot. And like they get off on just Jerry's idiocracy. And it's like whenever they laugh, they turn this color and it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels great to them to watch Jerry be stupid. So
I can see this. Oh, I can eat. Oh, that's such a great Rick and Morty episode. Like, that's perfect. I can see all of that happening.
And like they walk around with like, just like hooks in their mouths and eyelids like pulled to the back of their skulls and like, cause they enjoy that shit.
So my whole thing is because, I mean, it didn't say top 3 right there, but it's still up there. What I'm saying is foot fetish is a huge thing. People love feet. I feel like feet ASMRs is definitely the way to go. If you just had some nice manicured feet, maybe some nice little girl feet, and you just had them like play with Play-Doh and stuff like that, like just had their feet and toes like in Play-Doh, just
put in some Jello or something.
Just something smushy or whatever. Like that would go crazy. So
mashed potatoes and gravy.
Exactly. So any woman out there right now listening to this that has some real pretty feet, you know what you got to do.
You ain't gotta show your face.
No, exactly. Yeah, absolutely not. This could probably be done on OnlyFans as well. That you can get an account.
Hell yeah.
Easy money.
Hell yeah.
Easy money. I think foot fetishes, I think I've actually known someone, at least one person that told me that they were getting money. Mikey knows this person too, now that I think about it, because I met this person through Mikey. But yeah, just getting mad money from sending pictures of their feet and stuff like that to certain people. They're really into it. Either way, a restaurant where people serve in slip resistant flip flops.
Okay.
But you gotta keep your feet up, right? There was a point in time where Hooters was supposed to be, big boob chicks, but then I think they got hit.
I'm surprised that they still operate in 2022, to be honest with you.
I think they got hit. That's the only reason why. So they had to be more inclusive and just start like letting anybody in.
Any titties in here.
Yeah. Like it ain't what it used to be. Like it's not, you're not getting the Pam Andersons in there. You're not getting the Dolly Partons in there. Like it's not going down like that.
Right.
So if you had some nice feet, sandals, good food, and you add, you got to have a play on words on the menu. Like, put my foot in it gumbo. I'm going to have like a toe jam and peanut butter sandwich, right? With the crust cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we might even have a waiting area where you can get a pedicure. You can get a pedicure while you wait. Like when we have to go on a wait, like, it's going to be a party for 4. Okay, well, we're going to have like a 35-minute wait for your table, but you can go on upstairs and get a pedicure.
Maybe a massage.
A little shoulder massage or whatever,
get
something
like that. A little sample of some toes tartare.
Bro, some toes tartare. You see what I'm saying? Now you get it. And then you there. And it's Chic Feet. It's going to be not like a bar like Hooters. It's going to be like decent, not high scale. But just something that, white tablecloths, though. White tablecloths, but the people have all this other, these other things going on, like their feet out.
Hold on,
because I think that people are much more attracted to that than we believe. When people say that they don't like feet, I think that there are many more people that will enjoy pretty feet.
See, the thing about it is I don't know that I would go to a restaurant for that. Like, I don't know that I like.
Well, it's going to be good food and a good experience, but
yeah, but I probably just go for the food. I'm not going to be like, okay, oh, look at those.
But how many times have you been to Hooters, and why did you go to Hooters? You went to Hooters
for football on Monday nights.
All right. So what I'm saying is, I'm not just hoping that we have a bunch of nasty people like, they got the feet at that place, right? Like we gotta go see the feet. Like I'm not looking for that. I'm just saying it's going to be a nice place that has its draws, but also like Hooters, it's just going to have some feet there for you as well.
Maybe
and some feet like things around.
Take you in the back, rub their feet on your face or something for an extra $25.
You know what's funny about that person that you named before? I'm not going to say his name again. There was a time.
Well, anybody's going to be able to do the math.
There was a time at a party, maybe more than one, where like a chick would use him to to like put her hands on while she like while she was twerking while she was twerking on someone else, and he's sitting there like looking at her like dancing from in front, like sandwiching a chick at a fucking club or a party dancing while there's another dude getting twerk on him.
That's never happened to you before?
I've never looked across a woman that was dancing with me and there was another man dancing with her on the other side. No, that never happened to me.
Oh, God.
Did that happen? Yeah?
No, I vividly remember it happening to me because me and this other person were kind of going after the same girl.
Oh, so y'all was sitting around trying to dance around her. Y'all was on some Chris Brown shit. Like, this sounds like a music video. Y'all trying to dance around her to win her?
It was me and let's just say, damn, how do I want to do this? Mm-hmm. There was a point in time where I went to this man's house and he had some really good purple shit, and I told you about it. Some really good purple shit, and I told you about it, and you immediately went over there and got it from him.
Oh wow, okay.
That doesn't help, huh?
But I ought to know though.
Tall,
okay.
Light skin.
Okay.
Has a kid. Very good friends.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Got it. Got him.
Yeah. It was,
and that was some purple.
Yeah, that was some real purple shit.
Yes.
But yeah, it was me and him. We were down at down in Harrisonburg, and we were at one of it was at a party. Like, I'm over here just
tripping
trying,
up right now. Yeah.
We were at a party, and it was me and him, and we were going after this girl that you know who I'm talking about with the red hair.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess maybe we were just both at a point just kind of dancing with her at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm cool on that. Like, the other dude, whoever is on the other side, you got it. Like, you won. I'm out of this. Like, it's not that serious.
But no, I mean, that's mad corny. You would never catch you even like me single right now.
Right,
wouldn't catch me dead.
That's absolutely crazy. You can't do that, man.
But I've been in that situation.
You can't do that, man.
That shit is whack.
You can't have
as a hell.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, but I was psyched though because he ended up leaving a day early, and we were going to go to another party that I knew she was going to be at. So I was just like, yeah, I don't got to worry about him this time.
Wow, hating, afraid of the competition.
I ain't gonna say afraid.
Have you watched anything educational? Is someone knocking at the door? Nah, they don't know me. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. What was the question?
Have you been watching anything educational? Like, we've been talking about all this, like, old enough. Even though old enough to me is slightly educational. Like, there's something about the way they're raising children over there that is like,
I can't say
remarkable.
Can't say that I have.
Okay, neither have I. That's why I was just asking. Like, if there's anything else that you've been intaking. I know you're a National Geographic guy.
Yeah, I haven't watched. See, the thing is I went through like everything on the Disney Plus app that I wanted to watch anyways. And they haven't put anything new up there in a while. Cause I've seen like all the shit on Disney. Well, not all of it, but I've seen a lot of the stuff on the Disney Plus app, all the migrational periods of, I've watched the zebras crossing the rivers, getting ate up by the crocodiles. Like, I watched all that stuff. I love those shows when people are out there like surviving in the woods, just trying to figure it out, making a fire. Like, I love all that shit.
Yeah, it's dope. I got to go on another camping trip soon, but
you want me to see who that is?
Yeah, you look through the peephole and see who it is first. But don't just answer the phone to someone that's going to murder us. Does it look like anyone that we know, Keon? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, we don't got... Oh, you know what I think that is? You know what I think that these are... When was the last time you did the census? hold on, listeners. There's currently someone trying to infiltrate the premises. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Oh, yep. If we could caught the roommate in the conversation, we'll see what he's talking about later. It probably has something to do with the U.S. Census.
I heard her say something about census.
Oh, damn. Yep. She's gonna find out who lives here, what their skin color is, what the colors of their eyes.
Is it that time of the year again?
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
It's like every 10 years. I thought it happened recently though.
Dude, I have no idea how often. I think that there are also levels to censuses. You know what
they
I mean?
do like some small shit like in between.
Yeah. That's something I want to get into as well, because I was just talking about some shit. We'll get back to it. But I do want to get into local level government.
Okay.
Like, I love to just go to a city hall meeting and just see what they're talking about, who's talking about it,
see who's racist,
how are they talking about it. You just like catch the vibes of like what's going on at a local level, like and like what's going on.
Do you vote at a local level? Well,
I mean, yeah, I think I did. I voted in the last one, I believe. Yeah, I don't think I voted for mayor. But I did vote on the state level, like governor. I believe.
You don't care about who's leading your city?
I think I did. Dude,
leading your town?
I mean, I there's so much more that we should all care about. Like, there's a lot to care about. I'd love to care more about that, what's going on. Oh, they got you with the census out there?
Yeah, you can use that shit out right now. Yo, I'll stop the time.
Yeah, right.
Hey, she was knocking hard as shit.
Yeah, I know.
She was trying.
That was the police.
She up the stairs. I was like, fuck.
With a laptop in her hand. She was definitely.
People on the seat. Yeah, you gotta throw that shit out there.
We received. Yeah, we got a lot of pamphlets, a lot of for internet options. Please go to.
Middle niggas in line. She tried to tell me it's required by law.
Now she's like, I know where you live. Please complete online or by phone. These census people, man. This is.
I do it online. She gonna start asking me, what's your name? I said Terrence last name. I gave her my last name. She was like, "Which phone number?" I was like, "I'm strapped for time."
Oh man!
Hey, look! I went to the movies to see Jurassic World like this past weekend, and it was a nigga in the movie theater with like the local electric company. It was a Saturday because it was real busy, so he was able to like come up to people while they was in the line for concessions, just trying to get people to sign up for little third party shit for their electric bills. And I'm just looking at this nigga. I'm like, bro, we're at the movies. I'm with my family trying to go see Jurassic World. Like, you trying to sign me up for some electricity bills and like, nigga, get out of here.
Niggas just gotta eat, bro. Niggas gotta eat. Listen, it's important. The Census Bureau measures the nation's people, places, and economy. By participating in a census or survey, you help shape the future for yourself, your community, and the country. Okay, how? The Census Bureau is often the only source of statistics at the local level every year, giving even the smallest communities accurate, timely information that is essential for decision making. The data that you provide tells us vital information about emerging trends, such as the condition of education, hospital care, retail sales, and crime.
How many black people are moving into the city? We need to know.
The Census Bureau provides critical, timely information on the health of the U.S. and local economy. This information forms the basis for the national unemployment rate, official income and poverty statistics, consumer price index, monthly housing statistics, and other economic indicators.
Hey, look, whatever we got to do to lower inflation.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I'd love to know more about how it really, because like I read the words and like they sounded very nice together, but like I'd like to know exactly how it works. Like exactly how it works. Wouldn't it be cool if you got to sign up for where you would like your taxes to go?
What do you mean exactly?
As opposed to your taxes being taken out of your check bi-weekly or whenever you get paid and you don't know where to
like go to charity or some other shit?
Yeah, just like would you not like to do that?
That would be cool.
Yeah, I would fucking love to
have a little more control. Like if it's gotta go somewhere, like you have a little more control over that. That'd be cool.
Let me read some more about this. How will my participation help me in my community? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Billions of government and business dollars are distributed among states, communities, and population groups based on the social, economic, and housing information available for that area. The information you provide will help you and other individuals, local governments, non-governmental organizations, and businesses to help distribute resources to communities, improve your community by deciding where in your town new highways, schools, and hospitals can do the most good, measure changes in the well-being of children, families, and senior citizens to help plan future programs, help communities plan for emergency situations that might affect you or your neighbors, such as floods, fires, and other natural disasters.
Interesting.
Yeah. I do not know enough about the world. How all this stuff really works.
So,
anyway, so that's that.
So you're interested in kind of getting into local level?
Oh yeah, I just kind of want to. It's just like wanting to know things. Just like wanting to know, just like who again, like who's talking about what, how are they talking about it, like what do you? Because what's being spoken about is like what is important, like what is on the forefront of people's minds, like what are you guys trying to do right now where I live?
Earl Hooks for Prince William County?
No. No. How do you feel about people that go into like government? What? This is just a blanket statement. Clearly, it's not that everyone is exactly the same, but you would have never gone out for it. Like you would have never wanted to be a part of that, right? Not me.
I mean, I think the people that do that, they definitely or should have a lot of just vision, a lot of forward thinking. You know, just because they're obviously trying to change the future of their community, make it better. Or inadvertently make it worse.
Yeah. Because I'm just thinking that's a interesting place to want to go where either you feel like you truly have what it takes to change the world for better, or you're just like power hungry. Mm-hmm. It's like it's a weird space to be in. I would have never wanted to deal with because how do you can't go through politics without the politicking? Well, like you can't go through.
You can because it happens. People with clout, they get into politics because they have power. They have a network. You know what I'm saying? They have the money to fund shit. You know?
No, but what I'm saying is, but I couldn't get in there. Like how long? It's that Harvey Dent saying again, you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Right. How long do you stay in politics and you stay on the right side of things and you don't make the shitty decisions, the shitty connections with people, the shitty favors so that you can try to do some good at some point in time?
I don't know. I don't think that there's any politics out there that don't have some sort of agenda. Well, let me not say that. I feel like all politicians should have an agenda, but it's like, who's it for though? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Is it for the community? Is it for yourself? Like, who's it for?
Yeah. So that's all. I just don't know if I'd be able to go into that. And it was sort of what's funny is it's this way of me thinking that I can't go into certain things in my life because I have to conform to some lower ethic, right? Like. At first, I didn't want to be a real estate agent because I thought I had to be like a shitty salesman that just tries to get people to buy houses that they shouldn't be trying to buy, right? Because I want a payday. Like, that's the way I'd seen things done. That's the way I've seen it portrayed. And I didn't know that you could just go into it with a good heart and try to help people get houses and not fuck them over on things that they have they have no business trying to, purchase, I guess I should just say. Yeah. So there are a couple other things like that. Twitter was like that. Remember when I felt like I couldn't be on Twitter because I had to be that weird clout chasey, clickbaity fucking dude that's trying to get you to listen to his mixtape. And when I realized you didn't have to do that, it's like, oh, I can be me in this space and me in this space, and it's just going to look a little different.
Right.
I don't know if you go into politics and you just like that person. I mean, maybe. I'm certain that there is... Okay, no, I'm being too hard. I'm certain that there are people in politics that have good hearts, that are trying really hard to do good things But there's just also a whole lot of, but you're going to have to scratch this person's back. This person does have money. And, I'm
not going to say politicians are corrupt, because that would just be putting them all in one little bucket.
Right.
But I think politics in itself, it has a really corrupt side.
Well, I guess what we should really just be saying is that politicians are humans.
Yeah.
And
they can be swayed.
So they're going to do human shit.
Yeah. They can be swayed. For sure.
Yeah, and that high school shit, that high school cliquey thing doesn't leave. It doesn't, you think when you leave, because when I left high school, my mind opened up. I started talking to more people that I probably wouldn't have and didn't speak to in high school for whatever the reasons were, whatever divisions there were. But then I got out and my mind opened.
Shout out to Jessica.
And I'm just like, oh shit. This is much different. Okay, high school was weird. Mm-hmm. High school was a weird place for it being so fucking cliquey and divided and all. Like, that was a weird place to be, but you don't really realize that, or a lot of people don't if you're caught up in it until afterwards. And then if you're not placed in another position where it's like that again, it's tribal off the rip, like you're me and you're just running around smoking weed and working a tropical smoothie and hanging out with different people, right? So I'm not integrated in that weird shit. I'm just running around, going to parties, hanging out, having a good time with a bunch of people that just have fun with a bunch of other different people. But then when you get back into something corporate, you realize just how that shit didn't go anywhere. That high school cliquey shit did not go anywhere. Mm-hmm. It just moved on with those people somewhere else. Yeah. And then you get a corporate job and it gets very cliquey again. Like who's wearing these type of clothes, like we talked about on the last one. Because these type of people hang out and these type of people share this lunch table. These type of people, like, that's the real thing.
And I also feel like that clickiness can transfer into, like, you go into college, you got these fraternities, these sororities. Most of the time, a lot of people are getting into those because it creates that clickiness, that brotherhood, something that transcends, years and years later. You walk into an interview and, you got a brother right there that was part of your fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that gets you in the door.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you get into politics and you don't rub elbows with certain people, to get.
It was for the people.
To get certain things done. It must just be a very, very rough road trying to be a pure politician.
Yeah.
So that's not something that's not for me. So no, I will not be running for mayor. Here it was the long answer to that question. No, I won't.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Is there anything else?
I think about that line. I forgot what song it is, but when Kendrick's like, it's a struggle to be on the right side of history. And you had kind of just mentioned it like just a few minutes ago. And I think about that statement pretty often, or more so when I'm listening to the album. Here I am talking about Kendrick again. But I mean, there's so much to take away from that album. But it really makes you think, like, what is the right side? Does the right side exist? Everybody on either side thinks they're on the right side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it's funny because I was just having this conversation. I had asked you about the way you used the word fair, like an episode or two ago. Uh-huh. And I had asked you if you believed in fairness. And you said that you did, like, amongst human beings, we can find a way to be fair. And you've also been a manager at a lot of different places.
Yeah.
And being in that position, I think that there's a very important lesson and conversation that needs to be had amongst managing supervisor, staff, and the rest of the staff, which is life isn't really like a fair thing.
No, it's not.
It's really not. And I think that that's something that there's a man-made concept, this fairness, right? And then, like, pure justice. I don't really think that that's, or maybe it's something that we can't really see or fathom on its full scale. But, like, when a fucking lion kills a gazelle, like, did he just create bad karma? Or is that lion just going to continue to go on about life and just, like, fucking eat and
That's all that line knows.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like that's a man-made concept, this fairness, this justice, right? Like it's just things are eating and dying, really, is really what's going on in life. Where was I going with this?
Fairness?
Yeah, well, so you've had to be in positions where you've had a couple different people that work underneath you, and some of them feel like they're deserving of more than others.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's why is this person getting more money, or why am I not getting more money, or why do they get these sort of hours? Why do they get these sort of privileges? Whatever the case is, like there's that type of thing that you have to deal with. Sometimes like when you're put in these positions, you just realize that life just isn't fair. Like you're not going to be able to give an even split to everyone all the time. Like no one's ever going to feel like that's really the case. Right. Like that everything has been fair to them, has been fair to you. If you can get that done in any sort of business deal or anything like that, that's amazing. Where everyone feels like, you know what, I think we all came out of this equally beneficial. I think that's so. Yeah, no, man. Fairness. Yeah, I would not want to be like any bit a part of politics. Think about just what that takes, because you're trying to uphold fairness and justice. Like you're trying to uphold something that is slipping from your fingers every time you get a touch of it. Every time you get a grasp. You can't do it
for everybody. Like what helps
fairness and justice it's like malleable. It's like constantly changing. Like whatever's fair is like constantly changing. So you have to try to figure out what the next thing is that makes the last thing that you did fair.
And a lot of times I feel like with politics, something that seems fair for one group of people is going to be unfair for another. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. Like think about all these billionaires that just escape taxes all the time while us down here in the real world, you know what I'm saying, we paying taxes like hell. Think about the fact that even with gas prices going up right now, I don't know if this is something you've ever noticed, but like a lot of underfunded communities have the highest gas prices around.
Damn.
Yeah, like you go to the hood, the gas is high.
Damn.
It's really high.
That's crazy.
Yeah, where people can't afford it.
You've been seeing these pictures on Twitter or something?
No, it's something I learned about a while ago. Don't ask me where, but it's something that I've just noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm driving, you drive through certain areas of like DC or Maryland. I mean, DC gas is high just because it's DC, but like you go to some parts of certain areas, and I don't know, it's something that's always like stood out to me. I'll look at the gas prices. I'll kind of analyze where I'm at, and like a lot of times you go to some of the underfunded communities, and gas prices be high as shit.
Oh yeah, nah. See, I'm not fucking with that.
And it's like that's benefiting someone somewhere in some way.
Yeah,
but not here. Not over here. It ain't.
Yeah, that's man. Yeah, this
shit. I'm even thinking about gas in a different way these days. Gas is crazy.
What are you thinking about?
I don't know. It's just really expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like to the point where like I waited. Like I could have gassed up earlier today, yesterday. I waited till I got out here. Gas is like 30, 40 cents less out this way.
Yo, so I was talking to someone the other day about these. Like we at my place of work, there's a ton of grease, right? Because we have kitchens. There's a ton of grease, and that grease is brought down. There's some big ass black box outside, and at some point people come and they siphon the gas, all the grease and shit out, and I guess they take it to some sort of refinery or something.
Yeah, probably to be repurposed or something. Clean it up a bit, use it again,
right?
Recycle.
We got to figure out how to do this.
What is this?
Can we get into
a get rich quick?
It's not get rich. It's just not pay $5 a gallon for fucking gas. Because isn't that what it's being refined into? Like people are finding a way to make it. That's what the guy told me.
I mean, I guess it could.
Is that like people repurpose that into a way of fuel.
Yeah, I guess it could.
It's just when you fucking driving your car down the road, it just may smell like a fucking bag of McDonald's fries or some shit like that.
We have some bins at my job where we put like all the little scraps and stuff that that we don't use, like all the fat from the meat and stuff like that. There's a truck that comes and picks it up once a week. They take that shit to turn it into makeup and all types of crap.
They turn it into makeup.
Yeah, you don't know. Makeup is, nigga, chewing gum has fat in it. Makeup, chewing gum, a lot of stuff has like meat fat in products inside of it.
I didn't know that. I did hear that about chewing gum. I did not know that about makeup.
Yeah, lipstick, all types of stuff.
I don't know much about
that. You think about like when you think of vegan lipsticks, like they just don't have.
I just thought that would be like animal testing and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with that too, but
yeah.
And I mean, I could be a little off here, but I do know that certain certain types of makeup kits, they do have, a little bit of animal fat in them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't know that.
Can use it to make soap, all types of crap.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got on that. That's all I got. Are we ready to wrap this up?
Yeah. Damn, what? This was kind of quick.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I feel like there was like, yeah, let's do it. No, I just feel like it went by really quickly.
Yeah. I mean, we're at a minute. We're at an hour 13 right now.
Okay. Yeah. It's a little shorter than usual, but it was jam packed.
Yeah, it was fun
with a lot of stuff though.
Random shit, air bud, random shit. You have last words to the people?
Man, yeah, we talked a little bit about being fair. I don't think, like you said, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know that we'll all ever understand fairness, but I think it's a lot easier to practice as human beings, as one person. You know what I'm saying? Just pulling whatever fair is inside of you and just trying to project that onto other people. I think we should all definitely try to practice that a little bit more. Don't be so selfish.
Yeah, and maybe learn a little bit about what's going on in your community. I don't even know where to get that sort of information. What do I type in on Google? Just local government things.
I mean, I feel like every city or town or whatever has like a website.
Yeah.
Manassas.gov. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, look at that. Try to figure out what's going on. Yeah, so try to figure out some of those things. Open your mind up to it. I don't know. Pop into a city council meeting and just sit down there and see who's making decisions.
Right.
Because what if you pop into one of those things and it's everyone that you don't want there that's representing you in your town?
It gives you a lot to think about.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you were to just go in there and be looking around and be like, yo, who are these niggas?
Yeah.
Like I see all different sorts of people around the city all the time. Why are none of them here? Like why is it just like these people that all look the same? Right? So I would just like to go and just see what the fuck is going on.
I feel that.
Just see what matters are at hand right now and for Manassas.
What's important?
What's important around here?
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, that's all I just want to know. So I might just pop up for sure. If I can find something, I would love to do that. So I think I'm going to look into that. All right.
That's to hear about it.
Yeah, that's all I got. All right. Episode 127, baby. 127.
Yes, sir.
Moving along. Whew. Peace, everybody. Peace.